What is a shrimp? A shrimp is an animal, but it's also an integral movement in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? So I'm just gonna show you what the shrimp is first, and then after that, I'll explain it to you for a minute. And then sideways, right here, on our back, on our side, top foot pushes, shoot your hips backwards. Square yourself back up if you want to. Right here, boom, on the side, top foot, push my hip backwards. Right, so why do we do shrimps in Jiu-Jitsu? We do shrimps to move ourselves somewhere else without having to press somebody off of us to make space, right? So, if that makes sense. So, a lot of the time, your natural instinct when somebody is on top of you and you're trying to get them off of you is to bench them off of you, right? Use your arms, use your hips, push them up, boom, your big muscles, push the person's entire body weight. But if you're doing that, you get fatigued super quickly, right? So let's say I have an opponent who's on my side right here, right? And I'm trying to push them off me. I can probably push them off me once or twice if they're around the same size as me, with them resisting against me. And if I don't manage to get them far enough away where I can just sit up and either stand myself up or put myself in the position that I want to be in, I'm pretty exhausted. So instead we do something called shrimping. When you shrimp, you just frame your arms on them just strong enough so you can hold them off of you by a little bit, and then you essentially accomplish the exact same thing as benching somebody off of you and then coming into the open space by simply framing, getting on your side, top foot pushes, you shoot your hips away, your hands can extend while you're doing this, and then if you need to sit yourself back up in the guard, if you need to hip heist yourself up to standing, anything that you do by benching the person away, by pushing them away, instead you can just frame and shrimp yourself away from them without bearing their entire body weight into you. So instead of pushing a massive weight, you're just pushing yourself into open space. This is also used to move around people to set up certain submissions and set up certain sweeps. And you'll see that throughout this, we're using shrimps a lot in a lot of different situations. Sometimes they're slightly different. There's smaller shrimps, there's bigger shrimps. We'll explain that to you as we're doing the techniques. But the basic principle of the shrimp is you have your frames on the person, and then you go onto your side, maintaining your frames, and your top foot comes up near your butt and pushes your butt away from your foot. So you're here, you want to make some additional space between yourself and somebody else. This foot comes up, and now we extend our legs while leaving our foot planted, which shoots us into the open space away from us. That's the basic shrimp. We get warmed up to them a lot. It's a good exercise to just get your body moving, and it is something that you use you should be using constantly in Jiu-Jitsu. If you don't use it constantly in Jiu-Jitsu, you're probably tired all the time.